boys and girls, fans of classical antiquity. We are back with some more Odrysian campaign, and I think that this episode is going to be quite a good one, for we have quite a few conflicts with which we need to resolve pressingly if we are to continue to make progress in this campaign. And that is, of course, my intent, to continue to make progress, to continue to conquer, and there is much to conquer. Thankfully, the world has not run out of enemies for the men of Odrysia to slaughter. Now, we have this army that is coming into Sarmatia. Combined, these forces will make war on the men of the Bosphorus and wipe them out. Of course, I do want to capture this province. I see it as one of great profits and promise for me. Simultaneously, we are at war with the Egyptians. We have been since we made war on the Athenians. And thus far, we have conquered. Well, we didn't conquer. We liberated Side. And we've obtained to ourselves a nice Hellenic military ally here who's raising a force of great promise. You can see here an elite hoplite leads his force, but he also has some nice light forces to go alongside this hoplite. And I also have this navy that's coming to our rescue, slowly recruiting more men as well. And I'm hoping that combined of his navy and of his army will help me take Salamis, for it's time to take the war to the Ptolemies and show them who's boss. I have offered them peace a multitude of times, and they've refused me each time, saying that they could do better. So I'm going to show them, yeah, you can do better. You can take an Odrysian Sicca straight to the throat and watch the blood drain down your chest as the life leaves your body. That's what you can do if you want to make war on us. But it's their choice. You know, they have free will. We do have free will. So, boys, we're continuing onwards. We're soon going to be at war with the Cimmerians, and finally, we are actually fighting the Ptolemies actively. Now, the thing is that I don't know where the hell the Ptolemy armies are. I haven't seen a single one. I have seen 2 full-stack navies, which I wish to avoid as much as possible, because the Thracians, as phenomenal as their land armies are, they have a crap navy, dude. They do not have a navy that's capable of competing against that of any Greek faction in this game, other than maybe the Massilians. I don't know. Honestly, I would be doubtful of even that. It's just my ships don't have that much health. They don't have that much people. They are expensive, but they don't have good stats whatsoever. So I don't really know what to do. What I do know, though, is that as long as I can get into Judea with my land army, I should be good. So that's my plan. That's my goal. Get into Judea with my land army and show them who's boss. Of course, I do also want to make sure that my economy stays afloat. Now, I don't know, man. Like, this... I mean, the fast house is pretty exposed. I don't know. I am thinking about freeing it as well. It's just... The problem is that because I'm on my allies' territory, if these armies take losses, I can't recover them. Not until I actually obtain an army myself. So, it's just, like, questionable whether I should even, like, fight these battles. Now, my spy is going to get onto Salamis and explore it a little bit for me. So this navy is going to get within range to go ahead and... What the? Blocked?
Ready for all.
Bro, like, come on.
Ready. Going aboard. Fleet, ready. That is impossible. Yes? As you say, ready for orders.
I don't know. I'll try to, like...
Fleet, boarding. That course is blocked.
I think I need to wait a turn. Unfortunately, I need to wait a turn. I mean, I have no choice. I don't want to, but I have no choice. I have to wait a turn. I mean, I can go ahead and just raise some more naval units there. But, yeah, dude, it's just so hard to do naval actions as Odrysians, man. It doesn't work that well. But we'll wait a turn and then go to Salamis. I guess it'll give my spy a chance to explore as well. Meanwhile, I mean, I think that this is good. I think that the odds I have right now are about as good as they're going to be against the Cimmerians. So let's just go ahead and declare war.
I will listen. I cannot say for how long.
And they don't even
Matters of
want
state and a splendid bowl of olives demand attention.
Claire War. And my allies actually decided to join me, which is a great little bonus, you know? And yeah, there we go. As you can see, I made sure that my armies were out there, and then I'm going to fight these guys out in the field. Because this is a great opportunity to slaughter as many Odrysians as possible before they can cower within the confines of our city, right? Their city give our men powers that they otherwise wouldn't have. And I could see some units I really want to tear down, like this Thracian warrior. I don't want to leave a single cowardly, pathetic Thracian scoundrel left on the field. I want to slaughter every single one of them so I don't have to face them later. So just like Alexander the Great with the Greeks he fought in the Persian territories, I see these people as traitors. And I want to make them pay for their treachery. I'll keep this formation. Sometimes I like to just fight with the AI formation because I find it kind of funny. So I'll just go for that. Although I want the baggage train to leave the field pressingly. Let's go, boys.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Now, I mean, outside of my baggage train here, I would love to just push forward with my cavalry and just start harassing this force here. I mean, I see a lot of mounted, skirmish units here, and I don't see a lot of units on the other side that are capable of throwing missiles to, repulse me or anything. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do here is very simple. These, like, Thracian Peltis, they're gonna get a charge by some Furos Thracian cavalry, and hopefully my Furos Thracian cavalry can do some good damage to them. Of course, enemy has some light infantry to challenge me back. Thracians did take some casualties in return. It wasn't a completely free charge that I got there, but it was alright, I guess. Simultaneously, my steppe archers are firing some opportune shots at his Thracians, and I mean, we've killed 7 of them already. You don't want to be losing your Thracian warriors like this. You want them in combat, chopping heads. You don't want 25 men killed before the charge, boys. You don't want that. It's precisely what's happening. My steppe archers are just getting some phenomenal shots. They're trying to shoot at necks and heads instead of at the armor, but yeah, he's leaving a steady stream of Thracian cavalry in his wake. Is dropped dead. Meanwhile, I'm gonna move this infantry force forward. Now, I need to get this force into game as well. I gotta get them to start moving. I mean, it looks like the enemy general he's gonna hold the rear as the rest of his men, they joined his big force, which makes sense. Like, a hoplite really can't run away that easily. Now they've like turned to face my steppe archers, which makes sense. But also, he's taken so much damage that it's like, even in hoplite formation, you're just gonna take a lot of damage, and yeah. I just decided, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and go for some Tribalian Lancer charges here. I think it's about time. I think it'll be pretty effective. I mean, he lost a lot of men there. But Bosphorus cavalry is coming in to reinforce, and I need to get my Lancers the fuck out. The hell away.
Our general is under attack.
Ready, run!
Oh crap, man.
Ready for battle! Spears ready! Understood!
Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe my archers are a little bit overexposed in this formation. I don't know what's giving me that impression, but you know, I'm just starting to think it, you know? I'm starting to. Jesus. What is up with my archers? Formation, bro. It's so stupid. They're like right at the front. Oh man. This formation is hard to use effectively, I have to
One of
say.
our units has used all its ammunition.
But you know what? We managed to do some pretty decent damage all in all. We've chased down some archers here with some step lancers. His Bosphorian cavalry is in combat with my Feroce infantry, and they're not doing very well against them. Which is just what the doctor ordered. On this side, okay, I need to go watch my Feroce Thracian cavalry. It's just taking way too many casualties on that side. So my general's like about to get in charge. These Thracians are... And I think that all of these units combined can definitely go and chase down.
The men are wavering.
I don't know who's wavering and where. Probably here, but I guess I'd be wavering too if I was like dying in such a stupid fashion. Okay, I see some Tribali Lancers here, so they should be able to help out against these Bosphorian cavalrymen.
You have our spears! We hunger for blood of Thracian nobles! As you say,
Yeah, my Thracian nobles are just gonna chop through these guys.
we hunger for blood!
Oh man. Yeah, these Lancers, I didn't realize my Lancers were like facing a hoplite directly. That's ugly. That is not good of me. Get these Lancers the shit out of here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You know what? My Greek colonist hoplites can go right into this Greek militia, even if you're not in the correct formation. And oh! We managed to do a hammer and anvil. We routed this Greek hoplite right here. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but we did pretty well to rout that hoplite. Oh, phenomenal. This force is coming up. We've sandwiched a lot of Cimmerian forces in the center here. And it's the morale damage is coming straight through. Like typical of my Thracian noble, it's just leading a dramatic charge that breaks the enemy's spirits, and then the Tribalian Lancers go in for the kill. The criminals they are. It's just the losses that we are inflicting upon these Cimmerians is just so freaking brutal, man. And we're honestly out arrowing them. All of the auxiliaries that we raised from the steppe coming out with their bows and shooting them liberally.
One of our units has used all its
But
ammunition.
yeah, honestly, these formations that that the game has programmed in are so bad, so difficult to use. Like, they leave your skirmishers so exposed. DI battles don't tend to have like a super distinguished skirmish phase, I find, unless the armies are just really mismatched. I mean, okay, if you have a massive skirmish advantage, you're not going to get the skirmish for very long. That's 100%. No one can argue with that. Like, in DI, the enemy will rush you if they feel like they can't skirmish. But you know what? I know I can win just a frontal assault here, especially with like this army just coming into play. And you know what? I didn't even realize that. Oh man, these stone throwers have gotten an insane number of kills. I didn't even realize that they're still shooting. Okay, I have to wipe them
One of
out.
our units has used all its ammunition.
Greek archers, you go bye-bye. And these guys have just been getting shot to shit by my archers from the flank. I mean, you can see that Greek militia. They're leaving your men on the battlefield. They look more like porcupines than humans at this point. It's so silly to watch some heavy units charge, but that charge up was kind of like a Bugs Bunny animation. But yeah, we'll go in and continue to battle for about 2 seconds. Okay, just go ahead. Allow my Thracians to go and slaughter a couple more men, you know. Just make sure that the enemy doesn't leave the field with too many forces. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of Cimmerian units may have escaped the field without too many losses. But hey, we definitely bled them. 2,900 losses, they only have around 1,700 men with which to defend their capital with. I definitely think that was still a massive win. And we definitely sucked the life out of these forces quite substantially. I don't think that they're going to be able to defend Pancration of any degree of confidence after that loss. So let's go ahead and strike them down. Goodbye. Good fucking bye. We'll go take some slaves because that's what we do when we just start fighting a foe, right? We are excellent slavers in the Odrysian kingdom. And given that we've defeated their forces so handsomely in the first fight, I think that we just do this. Of course they still have some forces left here. I mean, I've got to treat them respectfully as I slaughter them. Right? I mean, they deserve the finest slaughter. The best efforts from us. And I mean, I definitely think I need to make this a province with recruitment potential. Don't know, do I just keep this? I think I can. I think at I mean, honestly, a level 3 public order thing is not a bad thing to have. But we definitely need to, like, make this more food oriented, and then we can replace that building as well. These guys should go to Tanis to go spy on what is left of these fine folk. And what are the AOR units here? I mean, I think I'm actually aware of what they are, but... Okay, I mean, I think what this requires... I mean, okay, there's honestly some pretty decent AOR units here. The Bosphorus, I'm gonna get some nice Scythian units out of this. Okay, so we could go here. We could take Ephesus, but I really want Pergamon to deal with them. Like, I don't even know how Pergamon is not dealing with them. I genuinely don't understand how Pergamon is struggling.
For the tribe.
Yeah, with this army, I'm just parking them outside of the city because it's like, come on. Like, come on, boys. Alright, public order seems very stable throughout my empire as well, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal to see. But yeah, boys, we captured the capital of Cimmeria. That was pretty eventful. A nice little battle there. We showed their hoplites who's boss with some nice outflanking, and I think my cavalry honestly harassed the crap out of them in the early battle. Sure, it wasn't without losses, but the damage that they took was unrecoverable. The Thracian warriors to one of her generals got slaughtered by Trebellian lancers as he tried to hold back the lines for the rest of his men to come. I mean, that was a pretty scenic moment. And now the Bosphorian kingdom's reduced to Tanis. They're gonna have to mount their offensive on me from there, and I don't know, they're either gonna have to play defensive and just try to hold the city against the coming waves of armies that I have, or we're gonna have to try to take on Sarmatia, I think, because, you know, we can get to my capital in Sarmatia. That would be the one way that they can do damage. Not saying it's gonna work, but I don't really see what else they could do. Of course, Tanis is not a very good settlement, and I mean, look, the chances of them winning, surviving is very slim. If I was in the Bosphorus shoes, I'd be offering every penny left in the treasury to just try to make a peace. I'd be offering my servitude as a vassal. Like, clearly they're not gonna survive if they keep on fighting, but I don't know, maybe the fact that I don't have a lot of forces in the region is compelling them to resist. I have no idea. I don't know what's on the calculative minds of the AI. We'll have to see. Let's do inclusion, customs. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a subjugate. I mean, I subjugated too.
Your orders? Going
There we go. And I mean, it looks like we can go ahead and take these guys. Oh, Salamis is a 3. Oh, and Yehuda is fully Ptolemaic, which is awesome.
ashore, disembarking.
Means that we can capture this, dude. We're gonna capture the settlement. That will be awesome. And public order is very much on my side.
Is there nothing else?
Yeah, there we go. It.
Moving. Is that all? Ready for orders.
Which one of these armies had a Thracian levy? Yeah, I don't want darn Thracian levies here. Come on. Sarmatian horse archers or Scythian horse archers? Who's better? They're exactly the same.
Fighters.
They are exactly the same statistically, other than my horse archers have experience that are a little bit better.
Ready.
But we just need to wait for these armies to actually like recover a little bit and, you know, get a bit better, get a bit stronger. I mean, my treasury is not doing very well, let's be honest. I don't know why. Suppose it has something to do with my armies costing a lot. And hey, you know what?
Thirsty. Besieging settlement.
We can honestly do a lot of damage to the Egyptians if we take this. It's just, I don't know if it's worth it or not. I don't know if it's worth it. I know this is worth it because we can actually use Salamis and take it over. It'll be a useful foray into Asia for us, but I don't know about Ephesus. I mean, there's no prospect of actually owning the settlement, and we're gonna take some losses for sure if we take it. I'm gonna have to ferry that army to Salamis to recover some of it. It's just gonna be very challenging to do it, given the Egyptian naval presence.
Slingers.
What I can say though is that I have a very strong army to wipe out this Egyptian garrison.
Warriors ready.
And you know, we're just gonna play this very simply. The way I see this is, my hoplites can destroy their militia.
Hate these Easterners. They are shifty, cunning, will do anything to stab you. Ready to rise. Tackle. Thracian cavalry. Riders, advance.
My infantry can chop through enemy infantry with phenomenal speed as well. You know what? We just stop right here because we're already well within range. And we can also just stop our hoplites here. We don't need to advance as far as I had planned to. No longer on the menu. Look at that, the enemy's already firing at my infantry. Need to get our men firing, boys. Yeah, the enemy's pushing out. I mean, like, we're pushing out to their depths. It's brave, but it's very foolish, so When I have my Rhodesian slingers, they're just gonna get to chill and shoot their ammunition at the enemy native archers, and I mean, we're just making them take intense losses. Cavalry is gonna go ahead and we're gonna be ordering the slaughter of the enemy navy, enemy garrison navy.
Our general is under attack.
And my slingers are delivering some quite eventful barrages to the enemy archers. Some very eventful barrages. We're on this side. We can go ahead and charge some native townfolk with my Furos infantry. Very easy. Very good. My hoplites should be absorbing the enemy archer fire quite easily, while the enemy archers are not enjoying my slingers. Of course, on this side, we've killed all of the enemy navy. I mean, look, I'm just here to very scientifically exterminate these Egyptian defenders, right? I want to do it with the most minimal losses possible. And until the enemy have basically, like,
In our favor.
engaged my hoplites, I'm not putting on hoplite formation. It's like, why would I? I think that it's because my cavalry is about to kill this last archer. I think it's time for my Rhodesians to go target the enemy general. If we break his morale, the rest of his troops will break a little quicker. Cavalry at this point, they run away.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
My Furos infantry should be able to kill these enemy natives very easily. I don't know how these native townfolk are still alive, but there we go. Slaughtered them, and now my Rhodesians are targeting the enemy general. We did get to see the occasional Greek spearman is falling. On the flank, he's definitely losing Greek spearmen as well. There we have it. Enemy general has died.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, here we have it, boys.
One of our
Colonist
units has used
hoplite
all its
versus
ammunition.
native militia. I mean, these are Spartan hoplites against a native militia. I believe my Spartan hoplites will probably win. So we'll go ahead and engage them. On this flank, though, we should be a little careful. Yeah, colonist hoplites, I mean, we're not really engaging properly. I know, I do like that my Rhodesians are targeting these guys, so totally win, totally a W. On this side, we managed to slaughter another Egyptian unit. Perfect. And on this side, we're not really fighting. The only thing that we are doing is forcing them to show their backs. And my Rhodesians, you know, their ammunition doesn't do the most damage, but it does phenomenal damage considering how quickly it comes, and we're abusing this
One of our
flank.
units has used all its ammunition.
The enemy hoplites, they are dying pretty quickly, and well, there you have it. We lost one colonist hoplite to friendly fire, I believe. Well, and look at what the enemy are up to now. They're trying to chase down my cavalry. It's just not going very well, though. Go ahead and bring our hoplites to hang out with them a little bit. Well, I think it's time to go ahead and engage them. And go ahead and run some of our Thracian infantry in. The Thracians aren't going to love engaging the front of hoplites, I'll be honest. But simultaneously, The enemy hoplites aren't gonna like my Thracian cavalry descending upon them ravenously, and it should cause a morale-based rout very quickly. There we have it. Enemy hold for about 10 seconds while my cavalry starts to snip at them. Yeah, I just fought that battle in a way that would give me the least casualties possible. I just countered every single part of our garrison, and honestly, dude, if you're like a garrison, don't rush out like this all the time, okay? It might be a good way to win some battles, but trust me, it's just too obvious, okay? It's too obvious. In DEI, the enemy garrisons, they do rush out a little bit too often. Of course, to be fair, how the hell do you win this battle? Like, you can't. You can't. Sure, these hoplites are good for holding, but you're not going to be able to hold against my hoplites. And then, you know, that's it. Hoplite advantage is nullified. Okay, I'll just occupy this because I need Yehuda to be kind of like my base of operations, if that makes sense. Okay, have a... I mean, this is a good building. This is reasonable too. This is reasonable. This is reasonable as well. But we have food shortages in our empire now. Minus 11 public order, that's not good. Don't have the population to recruit more. I mean, I'm just concerned about public order here, honestly. I mean, I guess we could just change breading games to a taxation thing. First to other burning games. Just taxation, but like, what province is making the most money? I don't need to tax. Like, is it 4,000? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, first of all, I think I wanted to change my capital to Athens. Just it's like a way better city for trade. So it makes sense to have it in Athens, no?
Welcome. I must accept, although I am honored to receive this. I accept. Be welcome, but your work.
Curtly.
Greetings, friend.
I mean, I'm surprised that they're almost as good as me. I've never seen the Kartli expand this much.
Greetings, my friend. We Greeks are a realistic folk.
That is solid, dude. I mean, I got us some money. I mean, I don't know why our food is so crap all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. And I don't know how the Talibis are still holding this. I mean, this is just a chance to do damage to the Talibi navy more than anything else. Oh, fuck it. I'll attack it. I basically sworn like a blood oath to fighting against the Talibis, so I need to go and make good on it. I need to do damage to them in every way possible. And this is a good way to do it. The garrison army is really bad here. Like, they're mostly hoplites who have just been drained of life. And then this garrison, I mean, it's mostly just missile units. Once they come to land, they're not going to be able to stand up to my infantry, so... The way I take minimal casualties here is just by attacking ravenously with my infantry, just going in and taking no prisoners, being very athletic about it. Although, I really should have looked at my formation for like 2 seconds and realized that I need to go change it a little bit.
Orders!
There we go. My baggage train is treated. That makes perfect sense.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Odrysian nobles!
So I just need to get my infantry within range, and I need to make sure to keep my men outside of the range of those archers. You see, like, we have to let these archers wash up on land before we do really anything. No, screw it, we just keep everyone here. Like, if they are... Just keep the people, my men, away. So as many of these Ptolemaic naval units can wash up. And you know what? I'll have like I could play with 1 cavalry unit. Like, as they make mistakes and movement to within range, I could do damage. Like, for example, this particular native archer or whatever, this native archer, I could do damage to them, and I mean, they've almost vacated all of our ships, so.
Ready to ride!
But yeah, like this, right? I mean, I can go ahead and get a nice Thracian noble charge, a nice heavy cav charge with, how much charge bonus? 45 charge? I mean, we could just go in and kill quite a few of the men, the skill my men possess, and then saunter off. I mean, he is gonna get to shoot at me quite a bit, though, in the process, which I don't love, but definitely gonna kill a lot more of them than they kill of us. If they kill any of us, that is. You know, I think it's just time to go on a wild Thracian charge, you know? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe I'm just overthinking this. I mean, I haven't lost a single... Actually, no, I have lost some Thracian cavalry. Never mind. I've lost quite a few Thracian cavalry. I need to fuck off here. You know what? Yeah, the enemy are able to fire quite effectively at me. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. We go in now. We go in. We go in, boys. I mean, look, my noble's got 120 kills. That isn't bad by any means. But a Cretan survived my charge very well. Cretans aren't weak. But here we have it, boys. The Thracians are moving in, and these guys have more armor, they have better shields, they can block things a lot better than my archers. And on this side, Ptolemaic naval troops are vacating their ships. And we're a little disorganized here, but we smell blood. We have the offensive power of Thrace on our side. The gods are on our side too. And how could they not be? Have you seen the way this campaign is going? Of course the gods are on our side.
Thracian warriors!
Gotta put everybody in melee mode. Because on average, my troops are just gonna excel at melee. Although, maybe not the missile cap. They're not that good in a melee.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Royal cavalry ready to ride!
And honestly, I'm just charging in, boys. I'm not doing a whole lot here.
Thracian warriors!
I mean, over here, we managed to get into these Cretan archers, and I mean, the Cretan archers have reasonable melee stats. They're not bad, but on the other hand, They're not phenomenal either. We are gonna kill quite a few of these guys, and they're sort of irreplaceable. I mean, who owns the island of Crete, right? Think about it. Think about it for 2 seconds and then get back to me, because I own the island of Crete, boys. These Agrianians are facing off against enemy militiamen, and they're doing it effectively. Come on, boys. Need to unbunch this massive group of units. This side, these Cretans honestly have reasonable staying power, but nothing can hold against these elite Thracian units for super long. But it's not like the enemy navy is folding. We're actually putting up a pretty reasonable fight.
The men are wavering.
Oh man, some Agrianians are even thinking about bouncing. But you know what? I don't really give a shit, cause, bro. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep my Thracians engaged here. Maybe not the smartest thing to do because the enemy does have hoplites, and I'm taking a couple more casualties than I need to this way, but I'm also gonna beat these hoplites in the frontal, well, they're not really frontal engagements in a purest sense either. And just by allowing myself to push in like this, I'm also getting some nice engagements against saviors like Egyptian marine archers, right? My D swordsmen. They're just getting a very simple, true melee engagement against them. And of course they're doing phenomenally here. They're chopping them to bits. The D swordsmen are annihilating the enemy navy. And well, a lot of the Egyptian army is routed at this point. We're just going to continue pushing forward here. Oh, but on this side they've actually won. The Thracian cavalry has overextended itself here. There's really no other way to put it. Well, I overextended it. But on this side, we've routed the enemy main force, so not end of the world. I mean, the enemy lost a Furos infantry, and it's not like my cavalry is completely dead. There we go. And another Cretan archer goes bye-bye. Well, the enemy's just gonna rout because of army losses, so. Because whatever, we didn't completely lose a unit, but lost a lot of men there, all in all. Those Cretans are vicious, man. They do well in melee here. They do a lot of damage in their volleys. I mean, you can see, like, my nobles, even though they're pretty well armored, they lost a lot of men. But of course, they do still have the limitations of being archer units. They're not going to hold up to like a cavalry charge very, very well. And I mean, I like it. A lot of these units, a lot of these naval units are done. Like, I definitely struck back against the Egyptian Navy as well as I could there. And let's turn this into an independent Greek state in Asia Minor, boys. And I could fire one of my nobles, but I'm not gonna do that. Could I broker a deal between my...
I am honored to receive
First of all, let's get a trade agreement here.
Your
Perfect.
words bring satisfaction to the gods and to my people.
I can't broker an alliance
You have wisdom indeed.
between my like allies here. I really can't. Which kind of sucks, but whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Warriors all! Yes!
I want to take Tyros next. Something I want to do. Like, can I move as This army onto the ships. I can't. Can I move the ships? No, I can't move the ships. Next turn I can move the ships. Kinda does suck, but our food supply is fucked right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, there isn't much I can do about it. I canceled some bread and games edicts though, so at least that should increase my food supply for next turn. I'm pretty confident that we'll be like neutral by next turn. But there we have it, boys. The Egyptians, it's not like I have destroyed them or anything like that, but I've definitely weakened them. They've lost 3 settlements to me since this war started. And I've yet to see a strong land Egyptian presence anywhere. I mean, that navy was pretty decent, but I haven't seen a single land army. And now the Egyptians are going to find it very hard pressed to take Side or Ephasus back, because those like minor factions of one settlement, where are we going to put their full stack army? In their one settlement. The Egyptians are not going to be able to come in with like a navy and destroy a full stack plus a garrison. That's impossible. So those settlements are locked to the Egyptians until they bring an army in. So we'll see if they want to, but if they don't, then they are kind of done with colonialism in that area. And it's all because they didn't want to accept my peace agreement. They could have had one. They could have totally had one. Now let's see what we can do here. Panticapian. That was successful? I mean, I'll take our money.
Thirsty for battle.
Do not like it. We have a food shortage, though. Maybe we could throw Tanis into a farm. I don't even understand how we have such a food shortage. Must have upgraded too many settlements all at once. I mean, okay, if we upgrade to the other one, then we get food. So I'll go for food because we need food. I wish we could get more food.
For the tribe.
But we ain't got more food.
Ready for battle.
And this army is marching on Camp area, whatever. Maybe take some food there. Then you know what? This is like -4 food. If I just destroy it and then build a fishing thing in return, then I get more food.
Gods curse ya! Disembarking.
And then I'll go take Tyros and then turn that into some food. Don't worry, boys. Food's on the way. Food is on the way. You will have food, boys. We'll have food. I want to go to C Day, so we can go and get some food. Food is all, boys. Food is all. Food is important. I mean, I think if I move this into the settlement, then we take up less food. So let's do that, boys. Huzzah!
For the tribe.
More food.
Duty, my warriors.
Two negative public order. Everybody.
Warriors all.
Okay, honestly, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Now we have like neutral food already. We're good. Okay, actually, Salamis could get retaken. Now that I look at it, like if the Egyptians come up with like a full stack navy, there's really nothing I can do. There's nothing we can do. Okay, let's see how this Ptolemaic garrison army goes. I mean, look, it's pretty strong. We have a lot of hoplite spearmen. The problem is that they're not the best hoplites, and they don't have any supportive units that are going to be capable against me. Since they're native archers, even with those gold chevrons, are just going to lose out to my Rhodian slingers. Slingers of Rhodes are just an elite skirmisher. Well, they don't have an elite skirmisher. It's as simple as that. You know what? I'm gonna use a very simple tactic, same as last battle. Have my hoplites present forward. They can go challenge him if they want. Use my skirmishers to kill their skirmishers, and then, you know, honestly, my cavalry is just gonna come in from behind their army and wreck them. That's what I'm gonna do. The enemy's probably gonna push forward because, you know, the Rhodian slingers are insane. Yep. How did I know? It's not like the Egyptians have done this in every garrison battle. It's just simply their doctrine. No, it must be a genius.
Take aim! Advance at speed! Commander!
And honestly, we just push our hoplites a little bit forward. And then bring our slingers a little bit forward, and then we're good. I mean, their archers cannot return fire on my slingers because we're at the extreme of their range, so far so good. However, archers are absorbing the missile
Our
fire
general
so
is under
far.
attack.
Enemy Greek cavalry, we have 8 ammo. Basically a battle of different Tarantine cavalry for the most part. If you want to use a vanilla equivalent. Native archers are starting to lose men, which is great for me, but we're now in range 2. I think it's time for my hoplites to get into phalanx. Native townsfolk, they are... It is good that our Thracian royals caught up to our Greek cav, because our Thracian royals, they fight with little phalanxes, and they are very effective in melee combat. So once they join the Greeks in combat, we're definitely going to be able to kill quite a few of them. So a native archer is getting ideas above its station. Native townsfolk. I mean, the native townsfolk are going to lose. My Furos infantry are going to love to chop these guys down. The native townsfolk, I mean, honestly, they put up a reasonable fight. You guys can see, but they're not dying super duper quickly. They're like a speed bump that lasts like 10 seconds, which is pretty good for a unit like that, believe it or not. Okay, I'm surprised this Greek cavalry has performed as well as it has. It's honestly pretty surprising. Greek cavalry is decent, but once my second Thracian noble comes in, the Greek cavalry is gonna get a 6 surprise, and yeah, we're gonna rout. So takes care of them. We're gonna go chase down some of these marine archers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I mean, he is fighting us on this side. Calling us hoplites against his native militia. Of course, his native militia is losing the fight straight up, and once the Furos infantry charges the rear, things are gonna go really badly very quickly. Yeah, one native militia is left. It's not gonna go back great. We're just telling the Rhodesians, let's go fire an enemy general. Fire in a general direction. 300 of you, eventually some damage will have to take place. And yeah, I mean, this Greek spearman looks pretty hefty. Has some pretty nicely colored cloaks. Ten men already dead. Things are going downhill very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. And we're just gonna go ahead and try to kill the enemy general at range, right? Thracians are always happy to execute a good little trick. Javelins, slinger fire. We're not gonna allow the enemy garrison leader to make himself into a hero. Well, none of them are really gonna be heroes because they fled the field. Like, screw this, Ptolemies are worth dying over. Okay, now I understand why that Greek infantry fought was able to hold against my nobles for even a moment. Full gold chevron upgrades. Full gold. Of course they're able to hold. And most of my men don't even have like 2 bronze, let alone gold. Infantry. It's honestly very hard to get upgrades on infantry. You need to get like 300, while cavalry, it's like, oh yeah, you just kill 100. Fiddling with slingers. It's like, just the expectations are not there. But there we have it. Occupy things. Don't want Salamis to rebel. It'll be very annoying if you do. But it probably will. Let's see what's over here. Good luck. We do need to be able to recruit things. Again, the beauty is that there's no like level. There's no incentive to upgrade to level 3 here. Just because like it doesn't give us any recruitment ability, so kind of just chill. Figure Jerusalem will give us access to Judean slingers, which are very, very good. So you want those. I mean, we have a nice little farming thing there.
Fleet ready.
Not really worth. Like, none of your ships are really all that worth it. Although, I may just have to get them anyway.
Well met. The road goes ever on.
And I'm pretty sure that our spy is still in Salamis, if I had to guess. And we really do need to, like, send him towards Jerusalem. Yeah, now we have food. Okay, I forget, like, what did we do in this province? We're just keeping this army planted. This army's already moving. And everything else is exactly the same, so let's just keep it like that. And I could spend money upgrading buildings, by the way. I have the possibility to, but every time you upgrade a building, you lose food. And obviously, food is a little bit scarce for me right now, so I don't want to do that. We have a lot of pro-food upgrades happening right now, but those take a while to... you know, happen. Takes like 10 turns for it to fully be realized. But hey, look at that, boys. We have 2 provinces in Asia all of a sudden. Man, honestly, if I was like the Ptolemies, I would be furious right now. Like, you just thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna harass these guys with a navy for defeating Athens, you know, a little show of support from my fellow Greeks. But it's like, nope, nope. You are gonna straight up just lose control of every single territory that you took against the Seleucids. But let's go take Jerusalem, boys. I mean, I'd love to be in control of Jerusalem. I would love to be in control of Jerusalem.
I humbly ask
Rhodes
that you
wants
at
a
least
defensive
consider
alliance.
a formal treaty. Strong defenses need good foundations.
Why not? I think that it could be a good way to spread my influence in the area. You know, mess with Rhodes, you mess with me type thing. Keeps Rhodes as an independent faction to watch for me. Watch what's happening. Okay, Tanis though. We could take Tanis. I'd love to take Tanis. Allied request. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I hope that they temper our expectations. There we go. We destroyed... Oh, Palmyra is under siege. By Nabatea.
For the tribe. We is shut.
So there are the Talibeg armies. We found them, boys. All it took was for us to go all the way to Jerusalem to uncover them.
For the tribe. On the move, lads.
This looks this is the furthest that we can move without losing men, so if that is the furthest I'll move. So I don't lose men. Very simple. Very simple logic. I don't know, boys. Do I mean +4 political. The political parties would be pretty nice. It'll get us on a neutral for one of them. I mean, Macedon is very happy, bro. Very happy. I love Macedon. Thrace is still somewhat upset, but I guess not too much. The public order is insanely high everywhere. The vote of declining nobility almost everywhere. Proletariat. The proletariat are rising. Now, I don't know, man. If we want to get better tax income, it's like all we have to do is raise taxes. We have 17K in the bank right now. It's not that bad.
Fleet ready. We're gonna
My
need
navy is undeniably shit, though. They will remain shit for a while. You know what? We can go ahead and get some more troops, and then I don't know, boys. Like when it comes to this, ooh, like, what the fuck is this army? Okay, the enemy has a lot of troops, but okay, this army's insane. This army's like fully elite. Army's full of crap. This army's full of crap. You know what? I'm pretty sure if I stand right here, the Talibis are just gonna face me with us 2 armies. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
ready for orders.
You know what? Let's just go and send somebody to Yehuda. Put on some bread and games and circuses. Should make the people of Judea happy. Somewhat happy. As long as it doesn't offend their sensibilities. So yeah. There we go. There we have it, boys. There we have it. So yeah. I think that it's really the best that we can do. I'm starting to think maybe we should just like cut down some of these forces that we're upkeeping. I mean, this is a pretty expensive army. It's really my army that's draining most of my income after all. Thinking are there any factions that we could trade with that we're not, but doesn't really look like it. Basically cannot. That rhymed. Maybe we'll just wait a turn. See what happens. It is the winter as well. I'm just surprised that my income is so low. I thought it would be higher now, all of a sudden. Just expected it to be, because we conquered some new territory. We conquered a considerable amount of new territory. Perhaps it just hasn't entered the fold of my taxation, but... I mean, surely the Bosphorus, a very, very wealthy region, should help fund my armies. I'm suddenly speaking in rhymes, and I think it's quite charming. So I'm going to continue on, for I wish to do so. Now, when it comes to this battle, our objective is once again to crush them and leave very few survivors, because we cannot retain our armies with any easiness. And also, look at this force, man. It doesn't have a lot of stable units. Like, it has 5 spear units in total with which to hold me. And these Peltis, we should be able to run them down with our Thracians and simply inject our Sickas into their chests and chop heads left and right. So we basically should be able to crush them. And also our cavalry is much more armored as well. So if we get charged versus head on, we should be able to win the confrontation and use those units to beat the enemy skirmishers if we're just somewhat intelligent about it. So we don't have the most melee infantry here, so we need to use them for flanks and chasing down enemy skirmishers intelligently. Yeah, we'll just keep our hoplites at the front. Our hoplites are very decent, and I think capable of beating the enemy spears in melee. Confident about that. Maybe not their pikemen, because pikemen counter pikes hoplites, and they have some nice Macedonian professional pikemen. There's really nothing to it. But then these Arabian spear bands, and of course these mercenary Red Sea hoplites. My Spartans could beat them for sure, and my Athenians too, I think. Definitely my elites. I mean, yeah, my hoplites are better. My colonist hoplites are even a bit better. Red Sea hoplites aren't good. Very plain that they aren't.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Well, enemy javelin cavalry comes forth, and well, they aren't the most armored. That was apparent from the onset. And my Rhodians are dealing them some quite bloody blows. Their shields aren't capable of stopping me.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ptolemaic Hippias is charging.
Our general is under attack.
Looks like he has decided to try to interrupt my charge. I don't like that. Or interrupt me from forming proper phalanxes. Well, on this side, we will send our Thracian royals in and we'll go fight their Thracians. It looks like their Thracians don't want to stick around for too long. Our men are getting a little bit confused as to how to fight them. That's apparent. You know what? I have no choice. I need to go break for center. That's where the enemy are strongest. I need to avoid their cavalry. And I need to break for center. If I break for center, I win the battle. If I spend too much time chasing them, then things are gonna go awry. There we go. Skirmishers are taking damage. Enemy shock cavalry are desperately charging in, I believe. And I don't think that these Ptolemaic shock cavalry are gonna like what they see. Come on, kill the Ptolemaic general, slaughter him! Yes, he's going down, boys. Oh, that general's toast. That general is freaking toast, man. If he survives, I'll be very surprised, and I'll honestly think my men incompetent. Oh dear. I mean, he's fighting my D swordsman.
One of our units
In
has used all
a
its
very
ammunition.
silly way. Well, yeah, my Thracian infantry fighting an enemy Peltis. Somehow an enemy Peltis is somewhat surviving. I don't know how. Perfect. Perfect! Enemy main line's breaking, we outflanked them. I mean, they got some decent engagements. It did some good damage against my hoplite, but they couldn't break them. And that allowed my flanks to sweep in and do a lot of damage, boys. A lot of damage. Come on, encircle. Circle the last. Kill the Macedonians. The Macedonians are the main threat, not those Greek mercenaries they had. We need to slaughter the Macedonian pikemen. Put a Sicca in them. Come on, Thracians. These are your blood sworn foes. Sure, we have lived in Egypt for a generation or two, but you need to cut down the pikemen, or else they'll come back for a vengeance. Do you remember what Alexander did to your people? Do you remember what Philip did to your people? You need to cut these pikemen down.
Our men flee the
For
field.
there's a reason why we're able to do that to you. The next generation could as well. It's a very effective fighting style. Okay, we can't allow our cavalry to engage these Galatian mercenary spears, but they're really good. Okay, these Galatian mercenary spears are actually vicious. I need my D swordsman to go in.
One of our units has used
Well.
all its ammunition.
And you can see here, the enemy has some very strong pike units left. And yeah, I mean, these Galatian swords are insanely good. The Galatian spears are insanely good versus cavalry. I mean, I can like charge my cavalry into the rear, but that's all I can do. Just shock value, that's it. Okay, I need to get these Rhodesians, I need to turn them off. And yeah, if these like Galatian spears are allowed to fight my men long term, then it's not gonna go well. I can still see some pikemen are still around, dude, but okay, so the rest just run by. I mean, hey, look, we took some casualties. Ptolemies are not an easy foe to fight. They have good units, but this army was definitely a symptom of them not having the best recruitment in Judea. I expect a much stronger army in what is it called, in Egypt if I go all the way there. But hey, these damn Ptolemies, I mean, they took 2,000 casualties, right? I mean, look at this. Their settler pikemen gone. Their cavalry gone. Their general dead. There were so many losses here, but they're going to be retreating to Jerusalem, licking their wounds.
This senseless
No.
war.
I mean, senseless. We're taking your territory. It's very lucrative for us. It's not senseless. Senseless for you, perhaps. You know, I like for once a desperate faction that wishes for peace, that will face imminent destruction if they don't get that peace, to just be like, can we be your client state, please? Like, I want them to beg and scrape and offer me something. Offer me unwavering allegiance. Or else, like, come on, what's in it for me, boys? What's in it for me? You have to know when you're lost. And no, I'm not joining your war against Alugi, and we're not going to be able to go for my territory to get your place anyway. But I don't have the forces to fight Alugi nor the desire, man. These Germans are tough. That's why they have an empire. Oh. I mean, it happens eventually. And, well, as per usual. As per usual, I have food shortages. And we have a lot of buildings that will contribute to food in progress right now, so it's not the end of the world.
Ready for battle.
I mean, they can continue onwards. I'm just thinking, do I get a mercenary? Do I get a I mean, I can't really. There's no mercenaries worth getting. Okay, I'll think about whether I want to put that battle into actually, you know, commit to that battle in a second. Figure out how do we get this food supply out of the way? This is not going to help. This is going to make things worse. This is going to make things better. 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 I mean, we're just building pro-food things everywhere. You know what? Fuck it. What about Tanis? Can we get there? No, we can't. Sorry, Cartley. I mean, capturing the city will make things worse for my food supply, too. But on the other hand, we should probably hit the Egyptians while the iron is still hot. What is the point of waiting? So my food supply is now positive. I guess because we moved an army off of our territory into Kartli territory. So, yay, I suppose. -5. Yeah, we really need another public order boosting building here. And you know what? We can just control the region, I guess. There we go. -1 is nothing. Nothing to worry about anyway. And listen, I need to fight this battle. I am outnumbered, but if we could kill like 2,000 men on their side or something, we could take Jerusalem, but that would be a big W. Or maybe I just sack the city and then take it the next turn, so we don't need to like worry about feeding the city over a turn, and we kill a lot of people in Jerusalem too, so it's a less costly city to feed as well. I mean, it's pretty violent what I'm suggesting, but that's life in the ancient world. The solution to a lot of problems just ends up being killing a lot of people. You know, the Geneva Convention was just a Geneva suggestion back then. I mean, I guess it still is now, to be fair. Alright. Well, enemy reinforcements are obviously pretty massive in this battle. It makes sense to just take the fight to my enemy. And I think that once we get within, my slingers get within range, they'll probably, Ptolemies will probably start to advance. Never mind, they want to join their allies, which...
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Our general is under attack.
Judean slingers are tough, man. It'll be good to kill some of them early on, I can tell you. Herodians are, in fact, killing them early on. Pretty effectively. Well, if it doesn't have anything to support, then Herodians will, in fact, finish the job, too.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Let's go reorient my line because it appears that that's what we need to do. And okay, you know what? The general needs to go withdraw now. Come on, boys. Bloodlust off. Bloodlust off. Run back. Okay, I need to go ahead and fight these guys. No choice. I mean, look, once their charge wears off, my general should be able to win. Yeah, it looks like the enemy knows this. After that very ambitious charge on my general, this Ptolemaic spear cavalry is suddenly in retreat, and they have lost quite a few men on the way as my Thracians catch up with Versicas. I mean, are we gonna even fight back, or do you just want to be slaughtered by a Thracian?
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Looks like they, I don't know, maybe they find death by Thracian honorable. We're quite famed breed, anyway. And yeah, hopefully we can go retreat now, properly. We've killed a Judean slinger and a Ptolemaic cavalry. We've done some work. And it looks like the enemy is trying for this hill. And I can understand why. They have a Tarentine cavalry upon it already. So they probably think, oh yeah, look, we already have this hill. Things are great. But you don't have this hill. You just think you have the hill. And you know what?
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
I mean, yeah, we have Arabian spear band, but then look at that beautiful Ptolemaic cavalry. I mean, it brings a tear to my eye, man. It brings a fucking tear to my eye. Okay, we are advancing right in front of our missile fire. It's not a very good idea.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Oh, fuck it. I'm just charging in to the enemy center. That's what I'm gonna do.
Spears! Take ready! Orders! Ready! Pikes in the
Might overextend. I might be overextending my pikes a little bit, but whatever. That's fine. We're gonna end up knocking out this Thracian this Ptolemaic cavalry that took the hill. Let's go ahead and out-skirmish him just a little bit, you know? It's native townfolk unit. I mean, honestly, we could probably just keep our cavalry in there if we wanted to, but it's definitely not the most, like, effective thing to do.
Slingers! Thracian warriors!
Okay, there we go. His native archer could be dominated by my cavalry a little bit. Come on, boys, let's go. Ooh. It's gonna be a hoplite battle, boys. Right into center. My Spartans are gonna have to take on the native militia of Judea and win. Of course, this is not the way the Judea natives look, but whatever, ignore that. It's an Egyptian army. I guess the Ptolemies imported a lot of men from Egypt that they saw as loyal, men who worshipped them as gods, while the pesky Judeans at best could be used as a slinger. Yeah, it's going to be our Greek hoplites versus an amalgamation of Ptolemaic rabble. I mean, look at this. We've been chased off our general. These men have grown fat and complacent in this rich land.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Although, I think some of my men are definitely being chased off. I mean, this cavalry is fucked, dude. They're screwed, but there's nothing I can even do about it. But on the other hand, we did manage to defeat their general, which is good, which is great. Just wrapping around the side here.
Flee the field of battle. This is a
Yeah,
shameful.
on this side. I mean, honestly, the routes are going both ways.
Thracian warriors!
The routes are absolutely going both ways. Go kill these native town folk. I mean,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
and on this side, we routed a native town folk, whatever. Go ahead and do cavalry on cavalry there. I think that'll be pretty effective.
Our
On
men
this
flee
side,
the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
come on, boys. On this side, they're just harassing us with javelins, as well, it makes sense for them to. I'm surprised that these native militia are lasting as long as they are, but I know that they're gonna rout within a little bit, so.
An entire unit has perished.
Just keep on killing units on this flank. Oh man. Hoplites are just going down. I might actually lose this battle. It's insane. Just need to keep on killing as many units as we can, though. And on this side, my slingers are really the main contributors. Just, honestly, we split our forces up a little bit too much. We committed some of the same mistakes that I have been antagonizing my enemies with.
spears!
My enemy's 4, I would say.
Right lines!
Fuck it. Just go in here, boys. Doesn't matter if you take losses while you do.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Fuck. This Greek cavalry is just going in. We need to fight it. Oh no, the Rhodesians are out of ammo. That's terrible. The side Greek cavalry wavering. I mean, they break. Maybe hunt them for a little bit. Oh no, man. I think we need to just cause a lot of morale damage right now if we want to win this. I mean, okay. They have a lot of skirmishers, which is useful for me. We can hunt them down, that'll be great. These Greek spearmen can't last. That'll also be phenomenal. These guys just, they aren't in melee yet, so they're not going to do as much damage to me with their javelins. It's an important thing. And yeah, we can go ahead and hunt down some native archers. Come on, kill some of these, deplete the garrison of their archers. But that'll be dope. And yeah, on this side, the native militia is getting chopped down by Sickas. I mean, look, we are still killing. Thracians are still killing on the field, which is an important thing. Thracians are still doing damage, still fighting for their king. We just need to chop as many of these fuckers down as we can. And I guess native militia needs to go. All of these units, they need to rout if I'm to stand a chance. Losing decisively against, of course, against Ptolemaic phalanxes. What am I doing by keeping myself in combat there? And yeah, of course, my Thracian Royal Cavalry needs to go and hunt down these light troops. They need to keep them off the field. We can't have them come back with our ammunition in tow.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Oh, these phalanxes need to be slaughtered. Too many men are coming back on the Ptolemaic side, honestly.
This is a shameful display.
We're just, cavalry is spent chasing. And now we can go ahead and kill some pikemen with my Sicca warriors. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's an honest day's work. Fuck. Cavalry units toast. They're pooped. I mean, this Macedonian phalanx is screwed up, dude. They're in a horrible formation, and their men are being harassed and killed pretty regularly. For a Macedonian phalanx, anyway. Okay, but I think I can go and kill that phalanx if I just do a couple of things here. One, charge it with a Sicca warrior. Two, surround it with a Thracian noble cavalry and charge it. And then, I mean, look at that. Look at that. We managed to get rid of a phalanx. That's humongous. I mean, that's the elite of the enemy. And hammer and anvil and this native militia. I mean, you know that they're gonna run eventually. Yep, they're running. Our men are going into slaughter mode. They'll be off the field in no time. And then, well, it's time for my general to just go in and be like, hey guys, yep, let's go slaughter. Let's go slaughter them. Just need to surround this phalanx well enough for it to really fear death here. We need to break up its formation. Yeah, we've kind of surrounded it, I can tell you. Doesn't feel it yet, but now that it's advancing, I think it's starting to understand how dire the situation is. They are completely surrounded, so we need to kill this phalanx. If we can rout it and shatter it, yeah, routing. My question is, can my men cut it down effectively? The answer appears to be yes. Perfect. Perfection. Look at this Greek spearman, right? It's isolated too. This is all gonna be about picking off men that aren't on the hill. Greek spearman is first. Now, Greek spearmen aren't that quick. That's just a fact. So what we can do here is hammer and anvil. Still have a Rhodian slinger left. I mean, this army is pooped, man. They are toast. But at least I know that I can kill with it. Oh, 2 of my hoplites came back, some of his came back. These men that are coming back to the field could be huge, I'm just saying. Still got to turn around and fight the enemy cavalry, though. Yep. Cavalry battle erupting, boys. Whose infantry is gonna break first? Whose cavalry is gonna break first? I mean, I have my money on my boys, because I don't think his cavalry is very good. Yep, I was right about that. One of the javelin cav leaves. Crap, his infantry breaks as well. Some massive routes happening for us. Oh, yes! I just don't think that we have enough of his... Yeah, I don't think that we can catch him, though. My unit is gonna come back. Most likely. And then this Greek spearmen, I mean, they're gonna be up against veteran hoplites and colonist hoplites that are coming back from the field to the field. And then we can go ahead and just kind of line up our boys like this. And you know what? I'm gonna actually keep it very simple here. My Greek veterans, they're gonna go up against the Greek spearmen. They're gonna be better. Gonna be better for sure. Their stats are way better. Gotta advance this hoplite. I mean, we've already shaved a couple men off with our Greek veterans.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I mean, if they don't go and face them, they're gonna die. And that's exactly what happened. They died. Nice. I mean, we've been isolating their less dynamic infantry, and our cavalry advantage has helped with that. We have, what, 2 hoplites left? I mean, these hoplites have a lot of men, and they are pretty fresh, too. My men aren't. But you know what? Who cares about freshness? I mean, this isn't Bella Hadid with shoes, right? Who cares about freshness when you're gonna be surrounded, dude? Throw some javelins. And then go in. I mean, this Greek spearman's gonna fight its way out of a very tough situation. I don't think that they're gonna be able to. I think that they're dead. Yeah, that rear charge of cavalry destroyed their formation. Yeah, they routed. They're terrified. Yeah, I don't think his native militia is gonna stand and hold that hill against the rest of my men. Look, man, that was Pyrrhic for sure. We lost so many troops, but my Spartans are toast. Like, I don't know which men are even gonna come back to the field. Like, which ones are gonna stay in the army. And I'd love to keep them, but I'd love to keep as many troops as possible. But might just not be possible. I still need to take Jerusalem. may need to raise a new army in Greece. It could be arranged. It's not the end of the world. His army is gonna have to change its character. His men are spent. And that's what happens when you're using AOR units, right? Sometimes you just lose them.
You have further orders? Thirsty for battle! Ready for battle!
Rip.
Get moving!
And we just walk into Jerusalem. Nice.
Ready for battle!
I mean, okay, look. The easiest way for me to be able to, like, replenish this army at this point is gonna be for me to, like, fire all of these guys. I'm sorry, you guys did a good job. This is not me. It's not you, it's me. Literally is me. Goodbye.
Are you ready to do your duty to the tribe?
And we just can replace them with phalanges. I know that Spartan hoplites look cool and all of that, but come on. I have no choice here. Rhodes got captured. Well, that's fucked up. There's little I can do about it, though. Anyway, I'll eventually make a new army here. It does feel a little bit stupid though. Like, while I do have, like, a lot of money. I have a lot of money, but I basically can't spend it on upgrading because of my food shortages. It's just gonna take a while. Well, I mean, honestly, I could because I have a lot of food buildings on the rise. I could do it. Could do it. I am gonna do it for one settlement. I feel like if I do it for Odessos, it's just gonna lead to issues because, like, you know. To go top level Sparta, then you don't actually get anything extra. We already have the best. Top level, but we can get some Cretans, which is basically all you want. I mean, who doesn't want some Cretans, right? Well, some good stuff. Captured Jerusalem. Of course, we are basically permanently in a food shortage now. It's gonna take a while.
Come now. The gods themselves would listen carefully to an offer such as this from
Yeah,
Rome.
go for it. Look, if I can get an alliance of Rome, that's like my ideal. I've been trying to get as many treaties with them as humanly possible. And if we can get an alliance, then beautiful. So the Ptolemies are ruining some of my allies, though. And oh god, are we actually? How do we have the ability to fight my navy? It's so far away. That's so far.
Back!
Let's actually say it.
Pausing, my lord.
Oh, that's absurd. Our navies are just crazy. We're just better. We're just way better. I can't do anything against that. I mean, at least my military allies in Asia Minor should be able to be fortified well enough to stop an enemy attack.
Can you not see? Together, our armies could be nigh invincible. The world will tremble before.
You go for a non-aggression pact to Pontus. I don't really want to fight them. Not yet, anyway.
As all the gods look.
You guys couldn't even keep your island of Rose. What use are you as military allies? No, you guys, I'm deserting you. Unless you can take Rhodes back, don't bother. Perhaps unfair, but the actual Rhodesians, I'm pretty sure that they stopped several full-on invasions from the Seleucids, so should be able to stop these damn Ptolemaic fools, these inbred fools. I mean, none of my food buildings have been completed just yet, and my food supply went up, so that's a good sign. Dye resource. Ah, man. It's just one of those buildings that's super profitable. And if I don't build it, I'm not going to have dye resources anywhere else. Fuck.
Yes.
But, like, what is this army?
Ships.
75, 75, 75. I mean, this is not really, like, the best. This is not the best navy. I mean, okay, that... Their main ship is absolutely absurd, don't get me wrong, but that's not like the best navy in the world.
Ready for battle. For the tribe.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's a good life.
And I can get you Dan Slingers to replace all of these guys. We'll keep one Rhodian, because we can actually sustain one Rhodian, and then 2 Judans. I mean, that's all we can recruit. I don't know how else to rebuild this army.
Fleet.
I don't know, we can just have this army.
Ready for orders.
It seems silly to pay that much for such a shitty unit.
We need good, strong men.
Well, let's continue training. Okay, finally we can go ahead and fight against Tanis. End the Bosphorus Kingdom once and for all. Maybe this will put an end to our food supply problems. Meanwhile, I'm wondering here. I'm wondering whether it might be time. It might be time to actually end my war against the Ptolemies. I mean, look. We're not in a good position. My one army that's actually properly in the province is really just not in a good position. And my second army needs to go somewhere else. actually kind of forgot about them. It's like, wait. My bad, but I'm sure many of you would too. Let's... I mean, look. I'm happy that we're about to take Tanis and we're about to crush another faction. Let's focus on this happy moment, rather than the sort of severe situation that we've gotten with the Ptolemies, with literally releasing our Spartans. Who releases their Spartans? Says, go back to your homes. We need to go and train local Macedonians to fight. I mean, who the hell does that? Spartans are awesome. That's an insult to them. I insulted Sparta. Sure that you guys are pretty upset with me, if anything.
Ready for battle! Thracian warriors! Ready yourselves! Melee fighters ready! Thracian warriors! Warriors ready! Now! Orders! Loose! Surrender! Never! Roar! Roar! Thracian warriors!
I'm just pushing my Thracians in because I think we just have more firepower on our infantry. You can see our Sycobears are rushing forward, and they're doing a pretty good job at slaughtering the few Cimmerians that are willing to fight for their cause. Enemy hoplites, the spearmen, are starting to come into play, but overall, enemy has taken a lot of losses for what they're trying to do. The horse archers actually go in
units has used all its ammunition.
and get a good charge off. They managed to slaughter some Greek archers to be like, guys, we have horses! Plus, we are the better archers. And the Greeks seem to have agreed with them with their assessment of the situation. And yeah, I don't know, boys. Right now, things are going pretty one-sidedly for us. I could say that we're just lining up our archers, and we're gonna get some good shots off on their Greek archers. Got some Thracian archers here, some Scythians, just a group of barbarians that don't know much else other than how to sling their bows and use them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I'm sure a Scythian is... Oh man, these Thracian Furrows infantry aren't having a good day against some of the enemy, some of the enemy infantry, but yeah, that could be changed pretty quickly. You can just see a lot of Cimmerian units are breaking. A lot of them are breaking pretty darn quickly. And I think it's just a matter of making sure that the enemy doesn't get the chance to reorganize and regroup here. And this Greek militia is running right into some of my units, so we can ensure their death like that. This Greek militia, dude, come on. Greek militia is not going to be able to stand up too well to all of his arrow fire. Arrows are blotting out the sun, and I mean, the citizens have a duty to protect and serve this community, but they run away. The arrows are just gonna keep on falling, stinging them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Wasn't even an archer. We got our Furrows infantry to just charge him down. It's like, hey guys, you really think you're gonna like reform in the city and hold it or something? No way. So I'm gonna go send a couple of Furrows infantrymen to hold the center of the city. And then Just gonna retreat some men to a new line so we can go fight the enemy navy. Because it looks like the best. I mean, look. The transports are strong. But these are just transports. This isn't an actual, like, navy. This is just a bunch of ships built to hold men and not really maneuver all too well. But you know what? We did have a small navy that came out the settlement, I guess. And we can go ahead and charge these guys down, shatter 2 more units of the enemy, and can also send 3 units to occupy the main square. And come on, boys. Look at that. Center occupied. I mean, I don't know what the Bosphorans are thinking. We're not gonna take the water and swim at you. Your move. And we're just probably just looking at all of these, like, bodies. Bodies in the settlement. And now we're like, okay. Let's go ahead, boys. Let's go beach. They're giving us opportunity too, and I mean, they're gonna regret it because our spearmen are coming off the ships. The men of the Bosphorus will rise. It's the start of our empire, not the fall. And we'll start this little fight off with a aggressive maneuver by my Sarmatian horse archers who've served us so well thus far. I mean, we'll go ahead and wipe out some Greek marine archers, take our daggers out, and start stabbing them from our horses.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
These Sarmatians have killed like 500 guys. Just light troops, boys, just light troops. And the enemy doesn't really have skirmishers at this point. I mean, they have light troops.
The enemy general is dead.
Not skirmishers. So let's just go ahead and march forward then.
Thracian warriors! Spears ready! Charge!
Oh, they're not even charging on us, so I think, I mean, dude, honestly, these, like, long spear furrow spears, they have good stats. I mean, look at that melee attack. Sure, we don't have the most armor or whatever. The enemy has worse armor, but we're just gonna go in there. Our spearmen are gonna go ham. They love to kill. They're a very aggressive unit.
Thracian nobles!
Our general is under attack.
And they're standing from afar, chucking their ammunition. There's not a lot we can do about it. The general taking way too long to deploy off of his boats as well. And I mean, these Thracian footmen, they're pre-Pharaoh's reformed unit. Not as good. Yeah, I mean, these Sarmatian horse archers, they're just going for it. And my long spears, they're gonna love to slaughter these Thracians. We're like, come on, you guys settled the Bosphorus. Come on, boys. They're not even part of a Odrysian kingdom. Although these Falksmen are actually slaughtering my Pharaohs. They know how to do it. But you know what? We have Falksmen too, but they're of the noble variant here. They're of the noble variants, you know? And we are gonna go in and start out-Falksing them. It's not like you can really protect yourself that easily with a Falx. You can see their sides are just being carved up. And they collapse because they know what's happening. These are veteran warriors. They know death approaches. couple units of the enemy do survive. Because they didn't even see battle before they ran. But there's really nothing to it. We attacked. We used our horse archer to out-skirmish an enemy that just didn't... I mean, honestly, they did have horsemen. We just had to keep them back. I mean, if you really look at my kills, 700 on the horse archer. Like, what the hell? It's a Genghis Khan level. See, the AI should have probably thought about me flanking their formation of cavalry as it was said there. Okay, let's just go ahead and transform this into regular food. And, ooh. So one of those buildings that...
The shadows are friends.
Well, now we know why the Cartley are so vaunted.
I will do you the honor of listening to your terms, hoping to hear wisdom and profit.
You know what? We'll have like a very light treaty with them.
For the Senate and people, be most welcome. Your words will find an attentive...
I mean, look, the Romans like me. It's pretty obvious.
I would sooner...
Ptolemies really don't like me. That's also about as obvious.
What would you do?
Let's see, does Jerusalem have any Hellenic troops? Oh, you get everything at level 2. Wait, what the? How am I even getting Judean slingers or what? Is it from this? No. Is it from this? No, Salamis one doesn't give you Judean slingers, does it? Wait, where the fuck are the Judean slingers coming from? I actually don't even see them. They're not in here.
For the tribe!
Hidden exploit. I mean, I know what these units are. You can recruit these units from Judea. I mean, that's obvious, but...
Thirsty for battle!
You can recruit Judean slingers from Judea. It's shocking, right? Crazy. Crazy scenes. Let's go ahead and go for like 1 turn of extensive taxation, because we need it. And then, yeah, we still can't retain units from here properly. It's very annoying. But no, I really do want to make peace with the Ptolemies. I don't want to keep on fighting you
Speak
guys.
you must, for I will listen to your prattle for Pharaoh, my dread overlord.
Oh, looks like we probably
the sword
could next
of
turn.
Egypt will not be satisfied until he bathes in your...
What do we have for the Seleucids here?
Greetings, friend. Greetings. Will you have wine?
Oh, thank God.
My...
Military access is super useful there. I mean, navigating around the mountains is going to take a while, but we can get this army into Judea pronto. Let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Jerusalem has an army that's at least recovering now. We're stocking up in locals as much as we can. I mean, if you're not bad, right? We call it as pikemen, like, you know their quality. They are solid, normal pikemen. Nothing bad about them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh jeez. I mean, this is obviously going to be a really difficult battle, but I have a chance. It's not at sea, but if I can get all of my melee troops to land, then I think unlike a lot of these Greek marine types, especially like these Thracian units I have in the front, they can out melee the enemy. I think I have to go and beach everyone. There's like literally zero chance of me winning a naval engagement. There just isn't. Simple as that. And they're just gonna be blasting me with freaking Cretan archer arrows and Sicilian peltis ammo the entire time, bro. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Is there a double time here? No, there isn't. Form the garrison into the city. Supply ship might be dead. No. How will we get supplies? Do it for the supplies. No. My supplies.
The men are wavering.
My supplies.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, we lost our supplies, boys. I'm sorry. We lost it. We lost the supplies. I tried to save it, alright? I tried. I swear.
An entire unit has
But you know what? Goodbye enemy ships and also.
Spear infantry ready.
Who the hell's ready for some Thracian barbarity? Some typical Thracian lads in banter.
Commander.
Charge! Charge right now! I mean, honestly, we're doing alright. Enemy have like completely deployed there, and we're just racing for the settlement. We're all light troops, so we're gonna get there pretty quickly.
No! Fire on the enemy! Take aim!
Spearmen ready for orders.
Yours to command.
Your orders.
Yes, command. Thracian warrior!
Charge!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
I
display.
know who to fuck around. Cool. Yo, clearly nobody important would run. I know. Oh, what the hell?
Thracian warriors!
Egyptian marine archers, I mean. I think we're gonna be able to rout a unit here. I'm thinking. Then we surrounded him with some Thracian warriors.
At your service. Come forward!
Spearmen at the ready.
I don't know, my stupid units are just terrible. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna move everyone here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a
I mean,
shameful
I am really surprised that my Thracian warriors from the garrison fled there, but I mean, can you really rely on like a almost dead garrison unit? A unit that spawned basically dead? No, you can't. Of course you can't. It's a rhetorical question, boys. Rhetorical question. Don't be that stupid.
Spear infantry ready.
But I can say that these guys are gonna get wrecked. These guys just have to keep on running. Keep on running into the settlement, boys. Nice, okay. Starting to do damage upon my enemy. Nice! Okay. That's a Rhodesian dead. That's a Rhodesian finished. Oh, does it look like these Rhodesians like these Rhodians like fighting? Rhodesians. These Rhodians like fighting. They're more of a sling from a back, while my Thracian militiamen, they're big, hulking, massive barbarian men who just love to take their spears and just, you know, try to go stabby stab. Try to go stabby stab. That's literally all that they do with their lives. Their lives are spent figuring out the grandest and finest way to stabby stab. Okay, let's go ahead and try our best here. I mean, you know what? Maybe one Greek Marine can go and push out here, but
Spearmen ready for orders. Understood. Ready and waiting.
let's go in.
Orders. Orders understood. As you command.
So one Rhodian is holding is fine, which is annoying. But like these guys need to go ahead and kill the enemy general. It's totally possible, by the way. And like these guys, these Falxmen, they're gonna be my key to winning this battle.
Commander.
I have no units more capable than them.
Spears ready.
Okay, I just need to flank around them. And they win. I just need my fucking general to get involved and start slicing about with his Ramphia. Once they do that, they should be capable fighting the enemy, you know?
Orders understood.
Yeah. Get into these Rhodians and show them who's boss. Whenever you're losing decisively, surely you just flee. I mean, why would you stay and fight? You guys aren't professional soldiers or something? Fuck.
By your command. What's the command?
They're like, goddammit, all my men are engaged in a really bad fight.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
They're engaged in a really bad fight. Their general just needs to go.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Yeah, well, at least the enemy general is gonna die, but that was actually the faction leader, so I mean that's pretty big, but I'm gonna keep one unit here. Try to kill the enemy faction leader. And there's really nothing I can do. As long as these Cilician Peltas stay here, they can hold the line. They are doing that. At least we now have some troops freed up. Okay, the men who routed are here, which makes sense. They were on a suicide mission. And I was very aware of it was a suicide mission. We just need to chase these guys off. I'm trying to maybe get my Thracian Peltas to just shoot some arrows into men who... Oh, wait a minute. This guy is getting into melee. Looks like we have to plug the gap. You know what? Fuck it. Bring my general in. We are prioritizing some of my better troops. It's really annoying. I'm sending one infantryman to each unit. And look, I'm really happy that my Greek Marines are just holding stoically in the center. And I mean, the Cilician Peltas at this point, they're losing. Odrysian Peltis, they're taking a lot of damage. But whatever. Just have to race them forward and see if they can get some kills. And I mean, it looks like we trapped a lot of enemy here. I don't know exactly how many, but this is huge. And this Egyptian Marine Archer, I mean, you're not going to be able to hold back the tide of my men here. I mean, come on. These guys just have daggers. They don't have any armor. We're up against Greek Marines. They're going down, man. And my general's just, he's not, you know, a Thracian noble, but this is gonna be I mean, we're not up against like elite units either. Look at that, we're just killing these archers. They're taking their ammunition with them. So many routes happening across the board. Oh, here's a Rhodian slinger. Hopefully we can wipe him out. And it makes sense if we could.
Commander.
Okay, let's go ahead and withdraw 3 units of Marines. And keep the rest pushing. Nice, we caught the Egyptian Marine Archer with our Thracian militia. Perfect.
Wait on my order.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
To engage. Act warriors. All act swordsmen. Melee troops awaiting orders.
I just have to keep my
One of our units has used all its
Rampias
ammunition.
moving. I mean, look, my Rampia men are not invincible. They do die. They have armor, but, you know, obviously it's not like their block chance is great. But their weapons are just so good at cleaving through the light armor. And yeah, I mean, Egyptian Marine Archers, they look like Cretans, but they certainly aren't. Come on, boys. Handle them, handle them. Only 59 of them left. Just keep on stabbing away. Each Marine that we kill is just huge. Right, boys? If the Ptolemies lose his fleet, it would just be so
men flee the
humongous
field
for
of
this
battle.
campaign.
This is a shameful display.
These guys didn't really get the chance to recover, but it's alright. No choice but to keep on moving. But on this front,
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
these Rhodians really going to be capable of outrunning my general. Looks like it.
Ready.
Act warriors.
It's a little annoying, but
Melee fighters ready.
I mean, I am really quite annoyed that the Ptolemy survived. All we really need to do is just rout a couple more units of the enemy, and then this battle becomes unwinnable for them. They're tired, and my Thracian bowmen are, you know, they're fine. So, you know, I think that we can catch some of these units. But these are Cretan archers, though, so it's no easy task to break them in combat. On the other hand, these Rhodian slingers, they're gonna go down. Such a waste of Rhodians to be going up against my Rampia general. I mean, come on. It's been a bit of a wild goose chase for the entire battle. At least they're gonna go down. We're gonna catch the enemy soon.
Melee troops awaiting orders.
Okay, Rhodian's gone.
Yours to command.
Our men flee the field
Oh,
of
our
battle.
general fell.
This is a shameful display.
Retreat, retreat. Or, never mind, fight, fight, fight. That was really bad. I mean, that
Our
was
men flee
an
the
L.
field of
That's all I'm gonna
battle.
say.
This is a shameful display. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
They fell on my rear very effectively there. I can go chase these guys. I don't know how we're not catching up, to be honest, given their exhaustion, but it looks like a lot of our ammunition is already spent here. These guys are daggers out. Egyptian Marine archers.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Egyptian Marines actually routed the Marine archers? It's kind of ineffective. Well, for once in this battle, we can throw some missiles that they don't have.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Royal Thorax Swordsman! Ready! Yes! At your service! To arms!
This flank. Chasing was pretty successful all in all. I don't know. Confident, eager, confident. Morale is decent. For the enemy. I'm hoping that we can fight these Marine archers. They don't have good stats, so the Marines should be able to beat them in melee combat. And it looks like that's what's happening. My Thracians should be very good, right? So they should also be able to win. These Cretan Toxaki are actually, you know what? Their stats aren't actually that good. Like when I read them, they aren't that good. Now we'll see like exactly how effective this enemy is. You know what? No, we charge in. We charge in. I was thinking about letting my men rest, but no, we charge in. These Koreans are gonna have to fight with our backs against the wall against 2 units. I'm hoping that we win that. If we lose that, that's gonna be catastrophic. Then honestly, it's just a matter of whether my Marines can hold out until my Dacians get here. If these Dacia Thracian raiders get to the battle, then it's GG. Well, over here, things seem pretty even for now. No one's close to routing. I mean, look, my Greek Marines, they're holding fine. In fact, they're not really losing a lot of men, and they're getting the occasional kill. It's just, really, if these Dacians get into combat, they're moving very slowly. They're injured, they're winded. But if they get to the battlefield, then we can rout everything here. I mean, look, these Cretans are apparently losing, so things are happening very slowly in this final engagement. And let's see. Speed things up a little bit. Come on. Oh, wait, no, that route just sealed it. That's route just sealed it. Oh, I think my Dacians survived, man. What a clutch, honestly. And hey, look, my garrison fucking died. They just did, but the enemy lost way more men, and my navy, for the most part, survived, which is humongous. Too bad we couldn't kill Ptolemy. I don't understand how he managed to survive with so few men, you know, just weird. But I don't know, let's keep on killing every single captive we get. I know it doesn't help us get peace, but what is peace anyway? Who cares about peace? Big win for us, because those ships, the enemy ships cannot recover. Our navy can. I mean, let's be honest, right? Now the Ptolemies are reduced to one navy in the area, so I mean, they have another crack at taking Salamis or Tyros, but no more after that. No more cracks. And they want more cracks. We can march our second Thracian army to Yehuda, but things will be amazing. Things will be great. Our second army needs to be on the march. And we can do it. It's just gonna take a really fucking long time. Asia Minor is not easy to move through. Twenty turns. Ooh. Sakuraka's gone, and oh man, my ally is at war. I mean, hey, he's got a decent army. And it looks like the Galatians are down to his one settlement. Right? Right? Are they? Yeah, Galatia sucks. My ally is better than Galatia, so long as the Galatians don't just win a battle where they are, you know, quite evidently outnumbered, then things should be fine. And oh, finally we get recruitment here. After I already broke up my Spartans and stuff like that. What gamers? We lost our supply ship, Lowe's, but it's alright. Now I understand the power of his unit. I understand why we need these Dacio Thracian raiders, and we're gonna get some more.
We will gladly listen to you.
I mean, everyone, everybody is willing to trade with me. I can understand now why. I can understand why now. I mean, we just have... Our prospects are phenomenal. What do we do now? What do we do now? And this army needs to recover. Settlements need to improve. Patrol the region. We just shut down all dissent against our regime. Anybody who speaks publicly against us will be executed. That's the type of thing that we're doing, and it's boosting public morale quite a bit. People like this policy because it's simple, right? It's simple. I'm just thinking about upgrading a building or so. I mean, you know what? Historically hasn't been the best idea, but... I mean, look, it would be nice to get this to, like, a Thracian town. Put it, like, a nice, wholesome Thracian town. God, I really just want to see, like, the Judean slingers somewhere, but it doesn't look like they are, like... We're just not illustrated, but they're there. We're just, like, hidden in the files or something. We're hidden, boys. Judean Freya spears are pretty solid. Like, these stats are better than the average Freya spear from what I remember anyway. What does this army need more of? I mean, like, as long as these infantry recover, we're good on the infantry. We need more cavalry. We can get a Judean shock cavalry. That would be pretty good. Oh, wait. Our tax is really high. No wonder we were making all of this money all of a sudden. No wonder we were filthy rich temporarily. So this army is just gonna march through... to Yehuda.
Great Pharaoh's entirely justifiable curses. Why do foreigners
I mean, if we
always
make peace with
bait
these guys, then everybody else is gonna hate us, so I don't know. For now, I guess we can just chill. I mean, Rhodes probably will eventually get taken. I don't imagine that the Ptolemies are gonna like prioritize his defense. It's so far away from all of our other possessions. Meanwhile, it's like I have one army here in Illyria. I have one army here in Dacia. I could move an army somewhere else, like say here, and then we can go to battle against against the Kartli if I wish. Apparently better than them. We're apparently much better than these guys. Makes sense. They have one settlement. Scythia is a very broken up province. I mean, really isn't much else to say about that, I guess. It's a pretty weak province. But no, you know, we're keeping things very safe right now, so maybe we should just keep things safe. Can we raise another spy? We can raise a champion next turn. Then just go like look at what's going on in Egypt. Let's have an army here, don't we? Can't get a little bit of income by dissolving a unit? Look at that, boys. Oh! Egyptian trouble! Well, you know what? If I can get a close victory just by, like, auto-resolving, I'll do that. Because this army is just gonna... This navy can't recover there. I'm safe in knowing that it's just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker while my garrison at Salamis, very slowly admittedly, but does tangibly get better. Turn by turn. We have a rebellion in Tyros, which sucks, because I don't think I can abandon Jerusalem to put it down. Unless...
I humbly ask that you at least consider a formal treaty. Strong defenses need good foundations.
I don't want a defensive alliance. I want a full-on military alliance. And if you don't give me one, I will be mad.
Glory, wealth, and
You do not get anything, Rhodes. You are dead to me. Well, we have half of Asia. We're allied to most of Asia Minor at this point. That's pretty crazy. We're just becoming super strong, man. We're definitely gonna be in... We're definitely gonna be like a rival to Rome at this point. The Galatians are at war with way too many people, and they suck. So, yeah, I mean, really isn't much else to say. They're gonna lose. They're gonna die. They're gonna not exist very soon. Winter has come. We cannot possibly maintain our empire on normal taxes. We're barely breaking even. Need to move his army to Judea. It's really difficult, but we're getting there. 1 foot in front of the other boys. Okay, this army needs to fucking, like, get a life, bro. I mean, I either dissolve it or... You know, I don't dissolve it. I just keep this force as a reserve, but fuck it. Every single unit. There you go. That's worth it. That's Riz.
Warriors all!
Are these Ardian guys? Or the satrapy of... They're not allied with Kartli at all. I thought that they were allied with Kartli. If they're not, then I'm gonna go ahead and take the settlement from the Kartli. Goodbye, Kartli. You will not be missed. It's like... Man, I need phosphorus. I just need it, bro. Like, come on. And I can razor sack it. Why not?
Fleet ready!
Okay, we can go... We can go chill for a turn, I think. Or, you know what? It's not too bad.
Getting on our way! I don't care how
Control the region, and then can even like move this ship out.
to the oars! We need more ships! We're gonna need a bigger fleet! Yes! For the tribe!
Nine subs. Come on, boys. Alright. A last turn for the stream. Look. Alright. I mean, what else can we do, boys? Other than continue onwards. I mean, at this point, we are huge, our empire. We are massive. We've conquered everything from Greece all the way to Central Asia, to Ukraine, man. We're just in possession of a large swath of southern and eastern Europe. And now, just randomly, we get Palestine, because why not, dude? Why not? I mean, look, it made sense. This was a completely controlled Ptolemaic province, so we took it out. But we had to win a pretty desperate battle for it. So luckily, we didn't really have a lot of heavy troops. We did. Of course, the army we have now is very different than the army that was there before. We don't have maximum recruitment yet either. Let's go and send this army in to their territory. We can go and spread some discontent amongst the population. This woman's gonna be slaughtering innocent civilians left and right. Just the way that we like it. Now, even like what a top tier thing though would be. I mean, we can just get our general. That's it. It's not even that. I mean, he is good, but we don't need that many of them. Go get some more Dacian skirmishers, I guess. They're not great units, but like better than nothing.
For the tribe!
And this army, I mean, we have 2 cav units. We could get more. We get an elite.
Good fighters!
Get a warrior. Next turn, I guess we'll just get a skirm to finish us off. At least his army is back in full strength. It's gonna take a while for his force to continue to arrive. But at least the Ptolemies are letting us through. It's quite... No, sorry, the Seleucids are letting us through. It's quite gracious of him. Quite the journey, but... It's one that'll eventually be made, completed. This army is decent.
For the tribe! Ready for orders!
Oh, we have treaties. Fuck.
I will do you the honor of listening to...
I'll break the trade agreement next turn. And then we'll attack. And what else can I do? Now I want to make a new army here.
Thirsty for battle!
The next turn we'll start recruiting. Operation warriors suck, but they are a lot. I don't think that they have Ramphias. I mean, I know the picture shows that they do, but believe me, like sometimes the picture just lies to you. Go and increase my taxes by 1 for this one turn. I mean, honestly, we're just constructing an empire quite rapidly at this point. I don't even know how we're still so much shittier compared to Rome. I don't know how the Ptolemies are pair they're equal. I mean, I guess their provinces are just epic or something. I don't know. Surely we're stronger at this point. I mean, we've taken, like, what? We've robbed them of 5 settlements. It's not an insignificant amount of settlements to lose. And our militaries just continue to get struck. Our territories continue to expand. Man, once that full stack over here joins the armies of Yehuda, things are gonna go nuts, bro. Jerusalem. No. Okay, banditry here is insane. Banditry here is insane. Banditry here is 0. Banditry, well, obviously, phrase it's nuts. None. High. High. I mean, honestly, banditry is pretty bad for Alba Empire, but you know what? We're the Thracians. We basically are bandits, alright? Like, what do you expect for us to fight against our own? No, let's just go for another slinger. These slingers are nuts anyway. I would like to improve my garrison.
get a shift on. I hunger for blood and glory.
Okay, the Talibis are insane. Never mind. They have 3 very good armies just ready here. I mean, this is a good army too. But their armies are a little bit better, I have to say. I can't even deny it. Those are crazy good armies. It's full of elite Taliban troops. Not like I can't defeat them ever, but there's definitely a chance I lose if I fight them. I can't deny it. Burning games the shit out of us. I mean, of course we have 0 banditry right now. I don't know why that army is just randomly trying to block me. I know who paid them off.
Ready for battle.
I mean, these Thracian warriors are pretty cheap. And these guys have Romphia in the name, so surely these are Romphia warriors.
Fight with us. It's a good life.
I mean, I don't know, we'll just get these 2 units. Don't have a lot of money in the bank, so we can really do much else. And can we break this? Can we break this agreement with the Cartley? Come on.
Welcome, friend. Our trader.
There you go. I mean, I lost a little bit of reputation by doing that, but yeah, let's go fight this and make this the last battle of the stream today, boys. This is the last foray, the last hurrah. I believe I trained this army in Thrace, if I'm correct, and we picked up a couple of armies, a couple of units once we got to Sarmatia.
Battle ready. Battle ready. We'll kill them all. Missiles.
Basically, my objective is just
Warriors, move out. This day to come
throw myself at the enemy.
will be remembered. Spears. Roar. Run, curse you. Go to death. Riders forward.
I mean, I already know about the strength of my Thracians is just getting into combat and fighting it out. There's no need to be super subtle with this faction. It's a very just big and aggressive faction. And okay, these Eastern Militia aren't that good. Like, they are protecting the slingers or the archers, but pretty sure if I just go in with some Tribalian elites, we can do some damage. Yeah, we'll go ahead and loosen them up with a volley of arrows too.
Battle ready and eager.
And hey, these guys are actually holding. I mean, good on them. Shows that they have a little bit of discipline.
We hunger for blood and battle. Heavy horsemen.
But the Tribalian Lancers are getting shit on by the Eastern Militia. Jeez. I mean, I thought that charge would do a lot more damage.
Mounted missile warriors.
I mean, I don't see the archers anymore. I think the archers routed. So at least we got that.
Thracian warriors. We'll kill them all.
I mean, we'll go push through center here. These guys were just in charge. Okay, you know what? The Eastern Militia did manage to kill some of my cavalry, unfortunately. But my long Ferreo spears held their own and managed to shatter them anyway. So it was a 1 for, you know, not necessarily a 1 for 1. We managed to kill a unit if we didn't. Over on this side, though, this Eastern Militia gonna have to go against a Furos infantry. I know we're gonna win this. I mean, Furos infantry is far better than this pathetic little Eastern Militia. Not exactly known for being the hunkiest warriors, and we're gonna be up against my Thracians who just get 25 kills on a charge, kill the standard bearer. Her leadership is falling apart. Her men are dying too. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and bring up the long Freo spears around the flanks. I mean, come on, look at these guys. These guys are pretty effective warriors too. If we can cut around them, that'll be great. Of course, my Freos warriors initially got an engagement against Eastern Militia, but now the Eastern Spearmen are getting involved. The Eastern Spearmen in this mod are like, they basically are like, well, not basically, they are a like full-on phallic style unit, so I don't really want to fight them. I mean, we go back and we get a counter charge, get us a couple of kills, but we're just gonna have to fight them head on. But hey, we got a nice flank here. My horse archers are gonna get into the Eastern archers that do some damage. And these guys, they are responsive. Yeah, we'll go ahead and disperse our men evenly. What the? No, we should have just chased down these Eastern archers. I don't know why we stopped. I'm gonna go send my Tribalian Lancer to do the job too, if one unit's not enough. See here, right? They're forming up a spear wall, doing everything they have to do. But this Eastern Spearman wasn't able to. They got surrounded too quickly.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And up against so much Freos infantry, unfortunately, we're just gonna hack away at their armor. Eventually take them out. Step archer, Eastern archer is gonna get wrecked. Oh boy. Enemy navy is in play. The enemy front line collapsed. That just means that we charge. If we can get past these running men, that is. Nice. Come on, boys. Go, go, go! Come on, boys. Go ahead. Charge! Oh, man. My Scythian horse archers legitimately only have daggers.
Our general is under attack.
Maybe not the best unit, and also we're sending our general into a bunch of archers, which isn't the best either, but Tribalian Lancers are, of course. Gonna go and charge with some archers. I just have to shut down as many archers as possible so my general doesn't die. Meanwhile, whatever like melee units they have, I'm pretty sure that my Thracian nobles are better. Not just better, just infinitely
One of our
better.
units has used all its ammunition.
Calling us hoplites. I'm not even gonna get them into hoplite formation. We're up against Levy Spearmen. I mean, surely there isn't much of a contest here. Parthian accident. Waiting for a Cartley? Yeah, that's alright. It's reasonable. Proximity is quite close to each other. And I noticed that my Rompheo, my Thracian nobles, oh man, they just decapitated a guy. I don't think I've ever seen a pure decapitation animation. Yeah, Tribali Lancers keep on hunting down the archers. My hoplites and my nobles continue to fight. Continue to fight their infantry. Very simple task. There we go. There we fucking go. Let's bring it home, boys. Let's bring it home. Cartley gone. Cartley out of his settlement anyway. I mean, like usual, my Thracians just dominate the infantry fight. I'm starting to think of the only people that'll be able to match my infantry might just be the Romans or... I mean, okay, we know that Ptolemies can if I actually invade Egypt, because they actually have good armies there. I haven't really fought a proper Ptolemaic army yet, and to be fair, it's not like the Ptolemies are famous for, like, defending, their... What am I saying? Their, territories that are too distant anyway. Or super distant territories. Perhaps it makes sense what has happened here.
For the tribe!
That what these caucus guys are doing here, but it's a little weird. Not gonna lie. It's not like menacing or anything, it's just a little weird. Well, I mean, we sacked the settlement, which, I don't know, it's giving us some recruitment potential that we didn't have before. Gotta get some local Thracians settled with the Cimmerians to help out, I guess. And so far, public order is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. That banditry issue in banditry issue, like, it's okay. Like, it'll go away in a turn or two. You know, honestly, I should probably just send these guys over to help out. What am I doing?
Gathering supplies.
There we go. Banditry got cut down a little bit. I don't know, we have a lot of money. Maybe we can go give some to Rome.
On behalf
for a
of the
defensive
Senate,
alliance or something.
welcome. Speak, friend of Rome, and honor us all with wit.
Just to do alliances. I don't know why they would deny me there. That's reasonable, I suppose. Okay, so what is the verdict here? We're at war with the Kartli, and we are at war with the Ptolemies. The Ptolemies have amazing forces built up in Egypt that I simply cannot match. That is evident enough. I mean, look at these forces. They are extensive, they are beautiful, they are full stacked armies, full of some pretty damn good troops. It's just, oh man. I mean, look, sure, we don't know everything about these armies, but I see enough good troops between the Galatians and the Macedonians that things are going to be difficult to take. Obviously, you know. Our army over here is still meandering over. It's not a full strength army either. Meanwhile, we are at war with the Kartli now, but they're not good. They're not... I mean, they don't control an entire province in general, so that, of course, is a massive weakness of theirs, but... They don't even control their home province fully. I mean, come on, they're a pretty weak faction all in all, and given their eastern character, my Thracians should be able to trounce for melee infantry, particularly this army. It's going to be impossible for them to handle it, so we should be able to wipe them out. Ptolemies will be difficult though, and eventually the Romans will too, because it is part of our win condition. We need to control Latium. So we're at already half the win condition in, which is pretty crazy if I think about it. So we need to go sack some cities, and I think I'll just do the sacking against the Cartley, so don't fear of him too much. But hey, at least we have a pretty strong army here to defend Jerusalem with. Income is crap here, I don't know why. Empire maintenance minus 85%? What the? How are we even getting income from like elsewhere then? Minus 80. Why is it like that? What is this Imperium level doing? Plus 10% Empire maintenance, plus 5%, plus 3%. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of technology I need to research or something. But also, I didn't realize that we had a civil war chance. That's really annoying. Oh, there we go. Of course, it's because that political faction has really bad traits. Like, really bad traits. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's time to, like, change our government from a chieftain. Minus 5 loyalty is not good. Plus 5% upkeep is not good. It's actually really bad. I mean, Empire seems better, but also I think it's going to cause a massive revolt, like a massive civil war if I try to transform to an empire. We may have to fight a civil war soon too, boys, so... I mean, look at this beautiful empire, though. I mean, come on. This is gorgeous, dude. The Odrysians. I've never gone this far in an Odrysian campaign. And I want to keep going, boys. I want to keep fighting for Thrace and freedom. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Ciao.